Thanks again for joining us on Vineyard Sessions. We've got Ray Rusty String Smith coming down from the mountains for a chat and, of course, play. And joining us, Georgina Ward, talking about her new European tour and so much more. Hope you enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3, we're on the couch at the Vineyard Sessions, telling Tony all our confessions. Come on.
On the couch, I've got Georgina Ward with me. Thanks, Georgina, for joining us.
Thanks, Tone. Great to see you.
Yeah, your career is exciting at the moment. You've got
Thank
so
you.
much going on.
It's a lot.
Love your music, love your CD.
Thank you.
Let me talk about overseas. And you've got a very strong aspirations about going overseas. Tell me all about that.
I think naturally with the social media now around the world, we do communicate a lot, and through music's the easiest way. Through the years as being online for probably the last 10 years with my music, you get a lot of fans and followers, and you have to catch up on a lot of languages though. It's not easy because you just don't speak English. You have to speak in lots of languages. So
I'm always interested. You were telling me before about promoting yourself and all different mediums of promoting yourself.
Yes.
What do you do to promote yourself, Georgina?
I'm on pretty much all the social media, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Reverb Nations. And then when you distribute, you have 250 different online distribution companies around the world. So you work with their mediums and publicity too to get your record out.
Your film clip, pretty complex, so you cover quite a bit of the planet. Tell me about the background to that film clip.
Yeah, we just filmed Matters of the Heart. And I was very fortunate to work with one of my best friends I went to high school with and her husband. They filmed in 6 different countries for a music film documentary.
Yes.
And while they were filming, they got a lot of extra footage of people in love. And they came to me and they listened to the album, and we locked heads together and thought, oh my God, this could be a film clip.
Yes.
And they said, okay, next day I was filming. I was in the clip. So
that is so good. That's so good. And tell me about the album, the name of the album, and when we're expecting to get it released, and just give me a rundown.
So it's out now, Matters of the Heart. You can get it on iTunes or a lot of the JB Hi-Fi online, a lot of the social ways you can buy it, and through my website. And a lot of times it shows too. So that's where I sell more the CDs, the digital cards, things like that. But it's very easy to get online.
So describe the album for us musically. How many tracks on it, and just describe what people can expect to hear.
So there's 12 tracks plus like a bit of a sneaky track in there. It's a journey. It's definitely a journey of Matters of the Heart that it took around 5 years of development to put it all together. A lot of it is true, and I went to the nth degree in some cases to get those words out, and I mean nth degree. It was a lot of fun roller coasters of understanding music and understanding the power of word. Influences.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very common question that I do ask. Give me an idea. Give me an idea of some of your influences.
I'm a little bit different. I work off the energy of songs when I was a child. I never forget listening to Rachmaninoff's 18th variation theme of Paganini and sitting on this mohair rug and absorbing that arrangement and just crying. Wow. And then when a lot of my friends were listening more to Britney Spears or the Top 40, I was listening to Karen Carpenter and again tearing, or ABBA and feeling really high, and loved all bands with harmonies. So that really clicked with me. And when I went to high school, my influences were a cappella and singing in 5-part harmonies, which I do a lot on this album. And I do a lot of backing vocals for other people too with harmonies.
Okay, when you're recording, can you reproduce the sound live? You know, when you perform live, how do you go with that? A lot of artists struggle with that.
It was a big task, and we have been doing that with some live shows. So we'd have 6 on stage doing a lot of the key work, I had a lot of string parts, a lot of piano parts. We'd had live drums, live guitars, and a lot of synth sounds. So it was pretty easy to replicate and bring it together live. It was a long process, as Ripley was involved as well, and he could tell us there was...
Great guitarist you got with you too.
He's so wonderful.
Fantastic.
And
when you the harmonies together, really spot on.
We love singing harmonies
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So, yeah, we got together about 2 years ago and performed both original and covers, and it's been a joy singing with Ripley. He's a real talent.
It comes through. It comes through in your music. When it comes to writing your own music, what forum do you write your music on? Do you look guitar, piano? How do you produce?
So I play both. So the first thing I actually do is the string parts and the harmonies. I'll do on my home studio.
Yep.
Then I'll bring together all the harmonies. Then I'll bring together my piano parts.
Yep.
And then I'll bring in some guitar chords
Yes.
to bring it down. And I've always got drum tracks and things in my studio. Then I'll take it over to Danny at the studio, and he'll re-replicate that again with professional musicians that come in.
Yes.
But a lot of the time I'd be playing piano or doing the parts as well. A lot of my string parts are still in there, and of course my voice is on there.
Okay. How long before you go back overseas again? What's the time frame?
Look, we're aiming for July next year. We've just been offered a tour from Germany, Paris, London, and then over to Austin, Texas for a singer-songwriting journey.
Fantastic.
So it's just really exciting. So we've got to plan that out with the logistics.
Yep.
It takes a lot of work, and we don't just take, me along. There's a whole team that comes along. So,
Gee.
yeah.
Well, you've certainly got the full package. You've got it all worked out.
Thank you.
It sounds great. You look great. The camera absolutely loves you, Georgina.
Oh,
and
thanks.
thank you so much for sharing your time on the couch.
Thanks so
We
much, Tony.
know you're going to be a superstar. You've got the whole, as I say, you've got it all worked out. And you're going to see Georgina Ward perform here at Vineyard Sessions. And aren't we lucky? Thanks, Georgina.
Thanks, Tone. Hi, I'm Georgina Ward,
I'm Ripley Smith.
and we're on the couch at the Vineyard Sessions here with Tone. Today we're going to perform for you from the album Matters of the Heart, Sun and the Moon. I think to myself, is this it? Is this all that I have to give? I move a little faster, talk a little louder, and put myself out there. I hope that you can feel this. Look, it's the sun and the moon in the same sky. Hey. Oh, why tell me you love me? Oh, why? Hey. I know in my heart this is it. In love you do as you will. I move a little faster, talk a little louder, and put myself out there. I know that you can feel this. Look, it's the sun and the moon in the same sky. Hey. Oh, why tell me you love
Welcome to the Vineyard, one of Melbourne's most iconic music venues, with great entertainment every night of the week. From DJs, live bands, great food, and a great place for a coffee. The Vineyard. Hope to see you here.
Afternoon, folks. I'm Rusty Strings, Ray Rusty Strings Smith, on the couch here with Tony at the Vineyard Sessions. And here's a song off my latest album called Follow the Wind. You can try and rip her picture from its gilded frame. Try to delete her image from the hard disk in your brain. Try and stop the birds in the morning when they sing, but you might as well try and follow the wind. You can try and wash her perfume from the jacket that you wore. Try and lock your heart up to many open doors. Try and stop the traffic on a Westgate afternoon, but you might as well try and follow the moon. Take your soap and thinners, yeah, chuck 'em in the bin. No matter how hard you scrub, she's too far under your skin. You try and stop her memory, picking at your fraying seams. Try and stop her laughter, floating through your dreams. Try and stop the era where the swirling waters run, but you might as well try and block out the sun. Take your soap and thinners, chuck 'em in the bin. No matter how hard you scrub, she's too far under your skin. And try to stop the fire turning charcoal black. Try and understand now, she ain't never coming back. Try and stop the forest turning 50 shades of green, but you might as well try and follow the wind. You might as well try, follow the wind. You might as well try and follow the wind. Thank you.
Welcome to the Vineyard, one of Melbourne's most iconic music venues, with great entertainment every night of the week. From DJs, live bands, great food, and a great place for a coffee. The Vineyard. Hope to see you here. Here we are on the beat at Dandenong. I can tell you what, Dandenong is starting to rock up, thanks to Chris, of course, and the Rockstar Bar. We're going to go in and have a look and just see what's going on down here in Dandenong. As mentioned, we're going to have Chris Andrews, the owner here. Chris, how are you?
Good. How you been, Tony?
Good, mate. Exciting night. Now, how you feeling? You've got a lot of people in there. The room looks fantastic.
No, thanks for that. We put a lot of work in it, a lot of effort into it, and we actually decided to grab pieces from all over the world, from the Whiskey A Go-Go, from the LA bars and that, and bring it back into Dandenong.
There's some good memorabilia in there. That's what you're obviously talking about. Now, how many nights a week are you going to be operating for all the people out there who want to see some good bands?
Okay, for the first 5 Saturdays, we'll be doing only a Saturday, but starting in December and January, we'll be doing Thursday, Friday and Saturday as well.
All right, well, it's a real treat to get down here. Thanks for inviting us, Chris. So all you rockers out there, you want to get out to Dandenong and see some great bands? Okay, give yourself a plug. What are you going to tell them?
Come down to the Rockstar Bar and chill out, have a drink, look at the memorabilia. There's probably something there that reminded you of the past or maybe the future, and just hang out and say hello to me and you might get a free drink.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks very much. Let's go inside and have a look at the Rockstar Bar. Thanks, mate.
Rock and roll's back in Dandenong. So it's really cool that we can go somewhere that's not really, it's not local for me, so I came a really long way, and that's really cool. Well, it's great because Dandenong actually doesn't have a bar like this.
Oh, now it's very interesting when you actually go to the bathroom in this place. Have a look at some of this merchandise and memorabilia. We've got Queen up here. You can see we've got Iron Maiden. We really are going back to the 80s. Alice Cooper, Raise the Dead. What an album that was. We've also got a lot of AC/DC and Iron Maiden as mentioned. Kiss. Have a look at the Kiss poster that we've got down here featuring at the end of the hallway. This place looks really good. He got a lot of the material from LA. The Rockstar Bar launch featured 2 exciting Melbourne bands, She-Wolf and Back to the 80s. This is a real game changer for the live music scene, with a well-stocked bar and wall-to-wall music memorabilia. The Rockstar Bar is a true feast for the music buff and rock historians. With quality sound and state-of-the-art light show, you'll want to soak up the atmosphere and vibe. The Rockstar Bar, it's a space for lovers of rock music. Now, what's it like to have rock and roll back in Dandenong, Mars?
It's just amazing. It really has been a long time coming. We really needed something like used to be back in Dandenong, you know what I mean?
Back in Dandenong, yay!
Oh, it's great, mate. Like, this place, unreal. Great. Like, we have no bands on the stage yet, and this place is packed out. The bar's rocking, stage is rocking. It's unreal, mate.
The venue is visually spectacular. Check out the Rockstar Bar website for upcoming gigs. What a treat we've got for you on the beat, Mr. Eric McKluster, music icon, legend, songwriter. Anything more I should add on there, Eric? Anything else? There's got to be so many things. You've written so many songs. You've been Mondo Rock.
Yeah, Mondo Rock mainly was sort of my main thing there.
Tell me about some of the songs that we hear on the radio that you wrote that some of our viewers wouldn't know about.
I wrote Come Said the Boy, I wrote State of the Heart, I wrote Chemistry, Summer of 81, No Time. Let me see anything. Queen and Me.
We have a lot of singer-songwriters on Vineyard Sessions. What's your inspiration for writing a song? Does it just come? How does it work for you?
You get occasional moments of inspiration. Most of the time, it's sitting down and working, and just. I mean, I sort of write every day, really, pretty much every day. Find a few hours in the afternoon, a few hours after dinner, and you sort of dither around finding nothing, and then something comes up and you go, oh, that's good, and then you sort of grab that and you expand on that and you think, what am I going to say? And sometimes it starts with a bit of music, and sometimes it starts with you making a mistake, you sticking your fingers in the wrong place, oh wow, what was that? Sometimes you got something you want to say, sometimes it's you hear something or read something in the paper and you go, well, that's a good turn of phrase. What did I write down? I wrote the floodgates.
The floodgates.
The floodgates, it's like, I don't know what it's going to be. It might be the name of a band. It might be, I don't know. So, but I'm filling up lyric books and filling up my phone with recordings of me squawking and running.
What interests me with artists and singer-songwriters, they write a song, and most of them, they don't know it's a hit. They just think it's just another song they wrote. Have you ever wrote a song where you've listened to it at the end of it, you went, that's a hit?
anything I get to the end of, I think is just a
An
work
accomplishment.
of pure genius, you know. And then I play it to people, and I come back down to earth, you know. And I have never the songs that I've written that have turned out to be hits. I didn't really know until I played them to people, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're the worst judge of your own songs. You have no idea. It's like you see it all from behind the scenery.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And you can never get to see it from the front. And you know.
That's what I was going to ask you just a moment ago, is when you hear Come Said the Boy, for instance, on the radio, driving along, you heard it many times, and are you still critical of the original version of a song that you wrote, 20 years ago?
30 years ago.
30
years ago.
Wow. Were you at Sunbury? Were you perform at Sunbury? at all?
No, Sunbury was way earlier.
Okay.
I started playing.
Yeah.
My first band was in '71, which is when Sunbury was. But
Sure.
I was up in Sydney, and it was in a band with Renee Gayer when we were both still 16. So our first bands are really with each other. Come Said the Boy. We took so much care over that one. We'd played it in the set, and everyone just went nuts for it in the audience. So when it came around to recording, we really, I think we spent 2 weeks on one song.
Okay. Can you judge us?
Really, I mean, and that was a fantastic kind of thing. And so I hear it now, and it mainly still sounds really, really good to me. And
It does to everybody else as well, Eric. Can you get a feel for a song playing it live better than playing it in front of your contemporaries? You know, do you find a live performance of your song really gives you the feedback you need?
Oh, that's fantastic. That's the best judge.
Is it?
The weird thing is, the first time you play it with somebody else in the room, even when they don't say anything, you hear it from this different viewpoint. You hear it through them, and you go, and you can immediately hear all the things that are wrong with it, even when they don't say anything.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
But it's funny, I'm teaching songwriting at AIM, at Australian Institute of Music at the moment. I have this class of about 6, 7, 8, 20-year-olds. We all play each other's songs, and you'd say, okay, look, I think that's good, but I think maybe the first verse doesn't need to be as long or something.
Yeah.
And so I'll offer that kind of criticism, and the other kids will say, da-da-da, and, you know, and then I'll play my songs, and I'll get a response from them, and it's like, gee, I wish I could just had those. I wish I had those people in my pocket.
Yep.
That I could just have them every time as that feedback machine.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Because it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know what's getting across. You can go say, that satisfies me to sing it, to sit in a room and sing it.
Yes.
You still don't really know what actually gets across
Yep.
until you have people there listening to
Yeah.
it. That's my experience.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was fascinated when I was listening to Paul McCartney and John Lennon, how they worked. You know, John would write a song or Paul would write a song, they'd come and show it to each other, and I just add that little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have somebody that you could take the music to who could just add that little bit or take a bit off that you'd really respect?
Well, Ross in Mondo Rock, Ross used to do that quite a lot. You know, he'd go, and James Black was in that band. I mean,
Yep.
who's in the Rockwiz Orchestra, and
Yes.
he's like a monster. PC's really Paul Christie too, really knows a lot about music and is, I think, a very good judge of a song. So yeah, I'd have that all. I mean, it's like you'd almost be scared to put the songs up, you know, because there was some real heavyweight judges there, you know, judging you. And I was like just kind of green. What do they say? I was
Novice.
green. Yeah, I was a novice at the time.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
I'd been writing songs at home, and in a few bands I'd been in, a couple of songs, you know. But suddenly, sort of to be the kind of, okay, write another single.
Pressure's on.
Yeah.
They always say the worst thing you do is have a hit, because then you've got to have another hit.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard enough getting one hit, never mind two. Is there pressure on you as a singer-songwriter? Not so much today, or do you still put the same pressure as what you used to put on you?
Well, it was a great thing when we had State of the Heart, which was the first hit, and then we had Cool World, so it was a big hit too.
Yes, yes.
And Ross wrote that, so we had two writers writing hits, and that was great. That took pressure off. It meant we weren't a one-hit wonder band, and that's easy to be a one-hit wonder band.
Yes.
There's a million of those.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, no, it was stressful.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
But I'm kind of, I mean,
In a fun way, or just can't sleep? I've got to come up with something.
Yeah, there was a bit of that. I mean, still, you know, it's still stressful, but I still get them to. We did Mondo Rock shows recently.
At the Palais,
At the
I believe.
Palais.
Yeah, great show, Palais.
And the State Theatre and QPAC. And, you know, in the nights before those shows, we wake up at 4 a.m. and going, you know, and I have dreams. I still have gig fear dreams. And a lot of guitarists I've talked to,
Oh, it's a fascinating.
one time I was having a dream that I was supposed to play with skyhooks, And it was an outdoor show, and I had to climb the scaffold. I had the guitar over my back. And they go, "Come on, man, we're supposed to start." And I'm climbing up, and then I get there and say, "Okay, you're on." I open up the guitar case, and it was a bass.
Oh no! Oh no!
What am I going to do with that?
So are you classically trained?
No, not at all.
So you play by ear, or how do you?
I know a reasonable amount. I'm self-taught, but there was a guy who I grew up next door to in Sydney. He was a guy called Jim White, who was the sort of king of the jingles. He wrote Louis the Fly is Dead and a whole lot of other things.
Yeah.
So I used to hang around him and pester him, give me some sheet music, take me along to a session,
Yep.
And so I learnt that way. I did a little bit of, I did about 5 weeks of guitar lessons, and then on my own. I did 6 months at the Sydney Conservatorium and doing a jazz course, just one thing with Judy Bailey, who was great, and an American sax player called Howie Smith, who was also great.
Yep.
I met Wilbur Wilde, who's one of my best, dearest friends there. And so they just filled me up with information, and then the rest of the time I've just sort of been basically going on that. Okay. I had an hour with Tommy Emmanuel once, which taught me an amazing amount.
Really?
In '79, I just went to his place, and he just showed me stuff that I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to someone recently, and they were telling me about how big he is still overseas. He can pull a good concert.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes out by himself in
incredible.
Rome doing 6 nights, and absolutely, all around the world.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Eric, we're right in the middle of interval. You're gigging downstairs. You're doing your thing that you do the best with Jam the Funk and the boys and the girls. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
You're such an icon in the music industry. Thank you for the songs that you've written. You've given a lot of toe tapping. People have kissed to your songs. A lot of babies out there.
A lot
probably.
of babies from that song. Yeah.
Yes,
I've met about 30 people over the years who said they've lost their virginity with that song.
Oh.
Girls who bring a ghetto blaster to the beach with a cassette ready to go. I'm kidding. This one really gorgeous girl told me that story, and I was just going, wow, imagine that.
I love it. My mind is boggling there.
Exactly.
All right, we're here at Vineyard Sessions, and once again, one of Australia's most iconic music artists, singer-songwriters, plays with Mondo Rock, and has entertained us for such a long time. Thank you so much,
folks.
Eric McKluster. Welcome to the Vineyard, one of Melbourne's most iconic music venues, with great entertainment every night of the week. From DJs, live bands, great food, and a great place for a coffee. The Vineyard. Hope to see you here.
This is called No One Cares, in case you've never heard it. Hey! 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 No reality on TV can say what I really think. Not laughing at people as they fall down and sing. Our little devils are so proud of hell. Shit on others, think they're doing well. Don't chase them back until they bury ya. You're not a person, you're a consumer. Expect sympathy, help the concern. The harder you work, the less you earn. And no one cares. No one cares. No one has stress burning the psyche. Self-medicates and stuck on the remedy. Created gods for those afraid to die. But some do have a complicated life. No one cares. No one cares. Nobody but you. No one cares. No sense in war, it's a waste. No sense left, we go into space. Money spent on ego and pride so absurd. Instead of educating and feeding the world. No one cares. No one cares. People lost the rock and from all the hits they've taken. All the same fears and endless complaining. Here comes depression and we condemn each other. Everybody suffers for the greed of others. No one cares. No one cares. Que sera. No one cares. Hey! Hey! more stupid TV, don't wanna know what I think. Laugh at people who fall down and sing. Oh, little devil, you're so proud of hell, you say, F you. No one cares. No one cares. Nobody but me and you. No one cares. No one. No one. No one cares. Nobody. Nobody. No one cares.
Thanks again for watching Vineyard Sessions, and thanks for your support. Remember, it's all about helping local artists. We're here next week with another great show. Look forward to seeing you then.
We're on the couch, the Vineyard Sessions, telling Tony all our confessions. Come on.